Hello, Sarah. I'm Molly, and I'll be your nurse today.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. I just want to talk to you a little bit about your overall health.
Okay, that sounds good.
So I understand in the past you've struggled with bulimia. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've struggled with my eating habits in the past.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your past history with bulimia?
I struggled with it for a while, starting when I was in middle school, probably around age 14. I did get the help that I needed, but I just recently fell back into my unhealthy habits.
Do you mind telling me what caused this relapse?
Well, when I was 14, I was a victim of sexual assault. That was the first thing that caused my bulimia, and just recently my best friend Emily suffered from a similar situation. So this kind of freaked me out a little bit, and it triggered some flashbacks for me about my assault, and then I just went right back into what I did before.
That experience must have been really hard for you to deal with again.
Yeah, these past few weeks have been pretty difficult.
So how is your relationship with Emily since her assault?
It has been hard. I want to be there for her, but I also don't want to pose as a bad example for her. If she sees me binging and purging, I don't want her to fall into those bad habits as well. I'm having a hard time trying to be with her when I'm having trouble taking care of myself.
I understand how this can be hard for you. My primary concern, however, is that we work together to reestablish your health, and once this takes place, then you can be there for your friend to help her through her situation.
Yeah, it's just been a hard couple weeks.
You're very strong, especially for a girl your age. I know this is difficult for you to talk about. However, have you ever had any suicidal thoughts lately or ever?
I don't know if I would say lately, but I have had in the past. About 6 years ago when I was 14, after my assault, I did think about taking my life.
When you did have these thoughts, did you ever make any plans to carry out these thoughts?
No, I never really had a concrete plan. I only thought about it a couple times.
Have you had any more of these thoughts in the past 2 weeks following your relapse?
The idea has briefly popped into my head, but not anything like it was 6 years ago.
There's always support if these thoughts ever do pop into your head again. Now let's address your binging in the past. Can you briefly describe your past binging history, please?
My cycle of binging started right after my assault. I turned to food for comfort as I wanted to feel numb and I wanted the power and control over my body. I would eat lots of food all at once because I wanted the control over what I did with my body and how I treated it. But then would feel like I lost all control and wanted to gain it back, so I would force myself to throw up. In the past few weeks, the struggle of control has started.
I understand how you felt this comfort of having control over your body. Has your binging over the past couple of weeks had any effect on your family or social life?
I think some of my friends have started to notice the difference in my behaviors, but I haven't seen my family in a while because I've been at school. In the past, they've been completely supportive of my recovery and want me to be healthy.
Do any of your friends know of your past eating habits?
Yeah, they do, and I think that is part of the reason that they're growing concerned for my health this time around.
Do you believe you have a strong support system who you can trust and talk to about your problems?
Yeah, I know my family will always be there for me to talk to, and my friends at school are super supportive, but sometimes it's hard for them to relate to this situation.
I would just encourage that you continue to communicate with your family about your health because they have been supportive in the past. Do you think you would ever feel comfortable talking to a therapist about your situation? Every school does have a program that should offer services for this.
Yeah, I think that it could really help me because I'm currently struggling to find the motivation to begin the process of healing again.
I would be more than happy to get you in contact with someone who you could talk to. However, I want to ensure you that you have to have the desire to get back on track. If you could rate your desire scale 0 to 10, 0 being no desire and 10 being you really want to change and you're ready, how important is it for you to change binging and purging right now?
I would probably say I'm around a 4 right now.
Now, why do you think you would say a 4 rather than say a 7?
Because of the recent event with my friend and finals coming up, I'm just super stressed out, and this is the only way I know how to cope with everything. I know that there are better ways to handle stress, but this is where I'm at right now, and this is what helps me the most.
Okay. I understand that it is important for you to feel in control with your past history, and you did mention that you know that you do have better ways to handle your stress. Have you ever seen any other ways that your friends deal with stress that you think might be beneficial to you?
Some of my friends like to draw in their free time, and I also like doing artsy things like that, so possibly I could see if that could help me. My other friends enjoy working out to relieve stress. I know my one friend goes to see a therapist every week.
That's great. Those are all excellent ways to cope with stress and to try and find ways to incorporate that into your life. We can schedule another meeting in a month or so to assess how you're doing. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I think that sounds reasonable. Thank you so much for making the time to talk to me today.
Of course. And I would also like for you to come for a weigh-in about 2 weeks so we can see if you made any progress with your recovery.
Okay, sounds good. Sarah seems to be in the process of possibly deciding to make some changes in her life regarding her bulimia. There will be a quick follow-up weigh-in in 2 weeks. The goal is to see that Sarah has gained about 3 pounds. She will be back again in a month for her next appointment. In this appointment, we hope to see that she is more confident in her ability to maintain a healing process. She has mentioned that she is close with her family, and previously she has used them as a support system. We would like to see that she is comfortable using her family in the future for when she feels stressed. She mentioned that she is struggling to be around her friends. We would like to see that she prioritizes her own health while still maintaining contact with her friends. Specifically, we would like to see that she goes to group therapy with her friend at least once before our next session. We would like to see that she makes an appointment with her therapist while she's on campus. Sarah mentioned that she likes to draw and do some arts and crafts, so we have encouraged her to incorporate more of that in her life and use that as a healthier way to cope with stress.
Hi Sarah, my name is Brianna. I'm going to be your nurse today. I see it's been 1 month since your last visit. Can you tell me anything that has changed since?
I'm currently home on summer vacation and living at home with my family. I just finished finals and I'm not taking any summer classes because I want to focus on getting better now because I have more free time.
Okay, that's great that school is over. I know finals can be really tough on everyone, and especially with you and everything you've been through. You should be proud of yourself for finishing up the school year. It's also been really great to hear that you're starting to think about taking steps to improve your health. What made you want to start focusing on your health again?
The last couple of weeks of school were very stressful, especially with finals. Seeing my friends every day didn't make me feel any better, especially due to the fact that my friend Emily was not at school, and I have a lot of my classes with her. There was a lot of celebrations going on to celebrate the end of the semester, so food was always around, which didn't help. I would try not to eat it, but then I would find myself binging.
Thank you for sharing all of that. Has anything changed since being home?
Well, when I first came home and saw my mom, she looked at me and started crying. I asked her why she was crying, and she said that I didn't look like the same person to her due to all my weight loss. Since then, I have started to realize more and more how much of an impact my eating habits have had on my family.
Now, after seeing your mom's reaction and realizing that your family is being affected by your habits, how confident on a scale of 0 to 10 do you feel about being able to start maintaining a healing process?
I think that now I'm at about an 8.
Okay. That is a great improvement from the rating you gave a month ago. That is great news. But why have you chosen an 8 and not a 4 instead this time?
First, I do not want my family to ever feel the way that they're feeling now in response to my actions. It hurts me so badly to see them like this. I also want to be a good example to Emily so that she sees that life goes on after being sexually assaulted.
Okay. Can you think of any ways you could be a positive role model to Emily? Maybe thinking of any positive coping strategies?
I can see that there's some harmful effects from the binging that I do that I can do without. One thing that helps me is painting. It allows me to take more time for myself and put my words and release my emotions onto the paper.
Okay, that's excellent that you found something that allows you to cope.
Yeah, it's really nice, and actually I'm going to be an art director for a kids' summer camp this summer, which I'm really excited about. It will allow me to paint more, and I will hopefully be able to inspire kids to paint more through my example.
Okay, that's really great. So what will your schedule look like when you're at the camp?
I'll be there every day from 9 to 4, and I'll be with the kids all day long. This means that I'll be eating when they eat and will participate in all of the events that they do.
What a wonderful opportunity for you. I really think that being on a schedule would be great for you this summer. So do you think you'll be eating lunch with the kids every day, or is there a snack time involved too?
Yeah, I'm really hoping that having a fixed schedule this summer for eating will help me a lot. The kids will have 2 snack times a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And also, I do not think that there will be time for me to binge and purge while I'm at the camp, so that'll be good for me.
It sounds like you're really motivated, which is a positive change from your previous visit. Can you think of any other different activities you could start doing this summer to aid with your healing process?
My mom has been encouraging me to come with her on her afternoon walks. I like being outdoors. I just love nature, and it's always helped me decrease my stress levels. There's a lake about 15 minutes away from my house that we go to every day.
Okay. Exercise is a great way to reduce stress, and I think it would really help aid in your journey. I grew up on a lake, and kayaking has always been one of my favorite activities that help ease my mind when I was stressed and everything. Maybe do you think you would be interested in kayaking on the lake? You could bring a family or friend.
Yeah, my dad actually has mentioned that he wants to go with the family to the lake one day and kayak around and have a picnic. So maybe I could even bring Emily along with us. That'd be fun. I also was thinking that I could start biking to work since the camp is only a couple miles from my house. I've always loved to bike ride. I will do anything but run. Running is my least favorite.
That sounds like a lovely idea. I think it's great to bring Emily along. Biking to work would also be a great thing to start doing. I just want to advise you that you have already lost a lot of weight, and I would not want you to lose any more. So you have to be careful with high intensity exercises, and that will increase your heart rate and cause you to burn more calories. So it will be important for you not to push yourself too hard when riding to work to allow your body the time to heal properly.
Yeah, I know that my weight has been a little bit of an issue. I took a class this past semester about the benefits and burdens of exercise. So I know what can happen when you push yourself too hard. I definitely don't want to lose more weight, and I'm confident that I can maintain a healthy exercise routine without pushing my limits and burning more calories than I should.
That's awesome. So I know it's only the beginning of the summer, but I would also think it's beneficial for you to start thinking about creating a set exercise routine that you could follow at school so you don't get overwhelmed when you're back in the swing of things. Do you happen to know of any exercise classes that your school has to offer?
Right now, I don't really know, but when I get back to school, I can definitely look into
I
it.
do know that a lot of schools offer yoga classes and other opportunities to help you relax your mind throughout your busy schedule. It would be great for you to look into these, and the next time we meet, we can discuss other opportunities. Do you have anything else you'd like to talk about with me before you leave?
I don't think so. I'm feeling pretty confident that this summer will be life-changing for me. Thank you so much for helping me out. I will look into what kinds of options my school has that will help me de-stress. And when should I make my next appointment?
That sounds like a great plan. I'm always here to help with anything you need. Let's make your next appointment for the end of August, right before you leave.
Okay.
I would like to see you come in for a quick weigh-in, like about 4 weeks. At that point, it would be great to see an increase in weight of about like 3 pounds. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that sounds great to me. Thank you so much. See you in August.